There we go. The audio is on. Welcome to our video. Today we have some AirPod Pros, and we just wanted to give you some feedback as musicians and artists on what we think about these products. Also, for some reason, a stink bug has joined us. He fell from the skies and has decided to watch our video. So, AirPod Pros, standard AirPods, AirPod Pros. These are the different cases, and we're going to look right into them. All right, so here is the first gen that came out. Everybody said these were extremely revolutionary. People love them. And here you go. Pretty basic. Not basic, but you know, they're the first ones. Good looking product. All right, there are the first AirPods and their case. Put that there. And then here are the Pros and their case. So the real difference in this is, well, let's ask the stink bug here. Oh, he's chilling. Yeah, whatever. So the big difference in these is the sound cancellation. There is definitely a noticeable change in bass quality, but ultimately these are complete magic when it comes to that noise cancellation. I mean, I actually tried them in the Apple Store, and when I squeezed the side of the headphones and it muted everything, I honestly, knowing Apple and how sketchy they are, they probably have more cranked out headphones that eliminate more sound in the store versus what they give out. But I don't know, it's definitely a really, really beautiful product. And initially I walked in and I didn't feel the price point had value, meaning it was too expensive. And I was like, hey, give me a discount. They wouldn't give me a discount because they're Apple. And yeah, I kind of came back the next day and I was like, listen, I don't have a pair of headphones right now. These are the ones I'm going to get. And I have not regretted the purchase. I use them every other day to run. A huge part of my life is running. And I honestly got to say, these are a total game changer for running. They do not fall out of your ears. They come with 3 different sets of earplugs, not plugs, but these white tips here versus the old ones, which do not. This is more of a universal fit. But for the most part, I wear these mediums and they haven't even come remotely to popping out of my ears. They stay in perfectly. And what's really cool about them is the active listening. Not only do these mute sound, but they can also use the microphone within the stem of the headphone to project that into your ears. And to be honest, I feel that my hearing is more enhanced when I have this on in that active listening mode. And one thing that's really surreal is when you're running and you have these on and you have music going, and then you turn that active listening mode on, it blends the outside sounds, whether that be my feet running or the trees and nature, etc. It blends that into the music, which is a completely surreal thing at first. But if you're running and you're cranking music, it's also a great safety feature to know that you can hear, maybe a biker behind you or whatever it may be in the environment. It kind of blends the sounds. But then again, when I'm on the running path, I'll just hit the mute button and it'll mute all the sound out, and I'll crank some crazy Skrillex music and I'll run 10 miles. And yeah, it's a ton of fun. In regards to these, these are the first generation. If you don't really value that sound cut, go for these, whatever. I personally find these not as comfortable as the other ones. Just one more note on the sound cutting here. These totally, sometimes I'll just wear them to mute the sound, and there's a total comfortability and a level of focus that I can achieve when I have these in with no music and they're cutting the sound. Like I'll forget they're in there, and it's just really nice. It's like an extra level of peacefulness in the sound. But that's my feedback as a music producer as well. So I use these to listen not only to a ton of music, but music that we create in house, and it's a part of the mastering process. So once you're done a song, you have to test it on everything possible. These are the preferred AirPods or the Bud headphones that I use to test the music. And yeah, I mean, it's just they're an incredible tool. I also like, so let's talk about the difference between getting these and a knockoff version. You can get these type of guys right here. Literally, if you search anywhere online, you can get them for $30. But here's the difference. These come pre-installed with software and microchips that command your phone, meaning if I say, "Hey Siri," these things pick that up, and you can command your phone from these, whereas the other ones that aren't proprietary and they're total ripoff certain devices, you can't just say, "Hey Siri." It's not going to command your phone or anything. They're just basically a pair of Bluetooth headphones that look like Apple's, but yeah, this thing is a ton of hidden features, and I just love the fact that I can have my phone, totally sitting in the backpack somewhere or wherever. It doesn't have to be near me, and I can be wearing these around the house. I could say, "Hey Siri, call mom," and it's like, "All right, cool, sup, it's calling mom." So that's just another major feature that I kind of discovered after I purchased them that I really love is, don't buy the knockoffs, get the real thing. You're going to love the quality. And I don't know, it's just don't, sure, if you have $30 and you want to get stuff that looks like an AirPod, go for it. But ultimately, not only is the sound quality going to suck, but the connectability. Say you have a non-Apple phone, say you have an Android or whatever it may be. Sure, if you get knockoffs, you're not controlling the phone with anything anyway. But yeah, that's why I really love these headphones. You can really just review. You can control the phone, and it's an amazing product. So that's about it. As soon as they come out with more AirPods, we'll review them. But for now, that's everything. Go for it. Have a good day. Woo!